Welcome back, friends. First off, let me apologize for the delay in this sequel to my other video, Eversong Woods. But now, we're ready to get started for the zone that follows Eversong Woods, the Ghostlands. Again, our friend Aerithis will be pushing his way through the area as we go. From where we left off, we enter into the Ghostlands to help out the forces of the Blood Elves in Tranquillin. Unlike in the areas closer to Silvermoon, the Ghostlands are highly infested with the leftover forces of the Scourge, and other forces seeking the downfall of the Elves. You start by delivering the letter you received from the courier in Eversong Woods to the Arcanist, heading up the defenses in the main hub of the Ghostlands, Tranquillin. Before you are sent out to help with the defense, you're told to meet with the leaders of Tranquillin and the combined forces of the Forsaken and Blood Elves. Dame Aerithis is the Blood Elven leader, and High Executor Mavrin, the Forsaken leader. You're quickly shown that while monstrous and grotesque, the Forsaken, sent here by the former Ranger General of Silvermoon and now the Banshee Queen, Sylvanas Windrunner, are indeed allies against the Lich King's forces, the Scourge. You're told about the common enemy and main antagonist of the area, Dar'Khan who lies in Deathholm, down the Dead Scar to the south. After meeting the leaders, you're sent back to the Arcanist, who tells you the first step in securing the Ghostlands. There's several ways to help out around Tranquillin, from helping an apothecary collect Murloc spines for a potion, slaying Scourge along the Dead Scar for rewards, and helping merchants regain their supplies. The main way we'll be helping will be securing allies against Dar'Khan and destroying the Scourge and Amani troll threats. The first place you're sent by Arcanist Vandrel is to Sunground Village, a place infested with the spider-like Nerubians. Once you reach the village, you'll meet a dying blood elf sent before you, who informs you about the Nerubian leader, Anak Sutin, a powerful Nerubian. Once you return from Suncrown, after defeating the Nerubians and their leader, you return to Vandrel. He mourns the loss of the blood elf he sent before you, and apologizes for his lack of intelligence. He then sends you off again for the next village, Golden Mist, a village filled with the ghosts and souls of slaughtered high elves, a tactic the Scourge uses to debilitate and discourage their foes. But before you get there are a few things in the way. One thing are the Night Elven spies that we saw in Eversong, that have a much larger force here in the Ghostlands. There's a camp just to the north of Tranquillin where you're sent to clear out and deal with. Also along the way to Golden Mist Village is the Sanctum of the Moon, where you slay mana creatures to collect their crystals. This may also be the point where you first come across the wandering abominations of the Ghostlands, Knucklerot or Lurzen. These two are some of the most powerful enemies in the area, and you'll want to avoid them at all costs. Once you finally reach and clear out the village of the ghostly enemies, you can return and report your progress to Vandrel. He gives you a quest to go after the final village that needs to be cleared out, Windrunner Village. A place filled with gargoyles and shades, this village sits at the base of a mountain where the Windrunner Spire sits, the home of the Windrunner family, including the Windrunner sisters and Sylvanas Windrunner, the Banshee Queen. The magisters at the nearby Sanctum of Sun want proof of your activities this time and ask you to collect items from the defeated Shays and Gargoyles so that they can study and find new ways of fighting the Scourge. Before you go there, a couple more missions are given to you, including continuing the offensive against the encroaching elves by going to Shaladis Isle and stealing their plans, and going to Windrunner Spire looming over Windrunner Village. Before the missions around Windrunner Village can be achieved, however, we need to go to the nearby Farstrider's base and help secure the skilled rangers as allies. You first find a couple of rangers after a massacre by the trolls, and you swear to avenge their fallen comrades, and are then sent toward the nearby enclave of the Farstriders. There you help people clear out the nearby trolls, calm vengeful spirits in the lake, and you even go to scout out Dar'Khan's once home of Dawnstar Spire. You find a book of Dar'Khan's that gives an unsettling aura and tells about his hatred for his people and all the plots he had planned. You quickly return it to a ranger at the enclave named Venna, in hopes that she can do something with it. While our friend Aerithis was out dealing with wildlife for the Forest Riders, he came across Antelos, a ley line camp set up by the Blood Elves to help to feed their magical addictions. We find a Magister there that is left defending it from the Night Elves. After a quick ambush, you are sent to deal with another ley line camp that the Night Elves have taken to the south, named Anawit. On the way back to the Enclave, we came across the Amani catacombs that we were told to clear out of the necromantic trolls by those in Tranquillin. There we find a Forest Rider that was caught and jailed by the trolls, and we help her escape back to the Enclave. After helping out around the Enclave, the Forest Rider captain promises to send some troops to Tranquillin to help out in the fight against Dar'Khan and his Scourge forces. From the Forest Rider's Enclave, you are told to go help out with the Magisters at the Sanctum of the Sun. The Magisters there tell you to assault Deathholm and the ziggurats that protect it that must be disabled. You are told to collect the stones of flame and light that power the two devilish structures. After clearing out the two structures, we head for the two Windrunner spots in the area. There we quickly clear out the Scourge on the village, and we find the spire infested with banshees and acolytes of Dar'Khans. As you kill and loot, you will find a fine piece of jewelry, an amulet. You find it belongs to the Forsaken Queen, Sylvanas Windrunner. After finishing the job there, it's time to head back to Tranquillin and report your findings to Vandrel and Mavrin. Once you show the trinket to Mavrin, he orders you to get the amulet to Queen Sylvanas at once. But before that happens, there's much work to be done here in the Ghostlands. Dar'Khan still lives after all. It's time to return to the Dead Scar and start the assault on the stronghold of Deathholm. Clear out the armies of the dead he wields, destroy his top lieutenants, rescue the allies you can that have been captured, and face him down in his deepest hold. The fight is tough, and he's a powerful enemy with many allies around him, but the time eventually comes, and he is slain, and Quel'Thalas is safe from his foolhardy powers. You're sent back to Silvermoon City to report your success and achievement to the leader of the Blood Elves, Lord Lorthamar Tharon. Once you show him Dar'Khan's head, he commends you and sends you out to the Blood Elves' newest allies, the Horde. Now that the elves can show themselves as equals, he sends you to Sylvanas for a recommendation, and then to the War Chief of the Horde. You take a teleporter to the Undercity, the capital of the Forsaken, and seek out the Banshee Queen in her royal quarter. There you receive the commendation for your people, and you return the locket that her sister had once given to her as a gift. She quickly takes the locket, thinking it lost forever, and you are rewarded with one of the most beautiful and ominous songs in the World of Warcraft.
Our enemies will fall. Keep your wits about you.
And that, my friends, is the story of the Ghostlands, reclaiming old powers, joining with allies, and taking out a powerful force. Truly a fun zone, with plenty to explore and enjoy, especially with all the connections that happen with Sylvanas, and the eventual acceptance of the Blood Elves into the Horde. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I was able to get the basic experience of the zone across in this video. I know it's been fun making it, and I hope you get to enjoy watching. What zone do you think I should do next? Give me a suggestion and I'll try and do the best I can. Until next time, I wish you all well. Good night, everybody.